Hi, I'm Sarah B, and thank you for joining me today for my webinar titled Walk This Way. The agenda is going to be pretty straightforward. I'll tell you a little bit about me and the topic today. We'll do some thinking about your thinking, and then we'll go to the classroom for a little lesson in adult learning theory. And then I'll take you down to my pole room so we can do some low flowing. And then at the end, I'll have something special for you. So, about me, I'm Sarah B. I'm the creator of Bees Knees Knee Pads, and I'm the owner of Bees Knees Pole Dance Essentials. And I've been pole dancing since 2013, teaching pole since 2016. I've been an amateur competitor many times. I'm expert certified, and I am fully obsessed with pole dance. But I was also a teacher for 18 years, so I know a thing or two about teaching and learning, and of course, the pedagogy behind all of it. And I'm hoping to package all of that together into Walk This Way for your low flow journey. So today's topic is fully called Walk This Way, Walk Your Way to Low Flow Pole. And today I'm going to teach you 10 things that you can do with your pole walk that will get you low flowing instantly. So I want to share this proverb with you. I'm sure you've seen it before or some version of it before, but I really like it because I think it gets at the heart of what I want to talk to you all about today with regard to low flow. It can be really easy to get wrapped up or get up in your head about having to be able to do things a certain way. And even when we use the word flow, that kind of connotes a particular aesthetic. And I think it can be haunting. It can really make you feel trapped, especially when you're surrounded by the tyranny of perfection that we see on social media. But if you really want to take all that noise and just put it on mute, if you can walk, you can dance. And that is all we're going to use to guide us today. And we're going to come back to this quote in a little bit. But first, I want to do some thinking about your thinking. When you learn movements, do you sort of check them off a mental checklist and then move on? And even when I ask that, it can be tempting to be like, no, of course I don't do that. I'm not that close minded. I would never do that. But if you catch yourself kind of dismissing the things you already know as old news or minimizing the things that you've already learned because they're not cool anymore or I already know them, so the work is done, you might be falling victim to this pattern of thinking. Instead, I'd encourage you to do a deep dive on one thing, emphasizing depth over breadth. And in a similar way, when you low flow, whether you're choreographing or freestyling, whatever it might be, do you feel pressure to do 10,000 different things? That can show up in your thinking as an inner monologue that sounds like, oh no, don't do that move. You've already done that 2 times already. Or, oh no, I can't think of all the things I know when I go to dance. My mind goes blank. That pressure to do 10,000 different moves is not serving anyone. So maybe instead of doing 10,000 different moves every time you low flow, instead find 10 new ways to do something that you already know well. And speaking of that, we're going to go into the classroom for a second and learn something about Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. We know that people learn best when they're appropriately challenged, but not completely overwhelmed. You know this to be true as well. If you're completely overwhelmed, you're shutting down and you're not taking in any new information. So, learning new skills that are just beyond your current abilities pushes you to reach your full potential and achieve success. And that is how you bridge the gap between what you can do now and what you want to be able to do. If we just jump straight to what we want to be able to do, the gap is too big and kind of like, Mario, we jump and we don't quite make it. So when we stay in the zone of proximal development and we take those small steps, see what I did there? Small steps, almost like a walk. We bridge that gap and it feels like success. And that successful feeling is what keeps you coming back and wanting to learn more and taking even more steps. So if I could go back to that proverb that we looked at the beginning, my version would look like this. If you can pole walk, you can low flow. So to that end, let's go downstairs to my pole room and do it. Welcome to my underground lair, aka my pole room in my basement. Starting with a pole walk, here are 10 things that you can do to walk your way into a low flow. So we'll start with just a regular pole walk, nice and easy. Number 1, hook the elbow. Oh, so casual. Oh, so effortless. Number 2, a little skip. Step on the outside and skip the back foot in. You can do it with the inside foot too. It doesn't really matter. Number 3, a toe drag. So that step is just going to get really long and drag on the toe box. Number 4, this one's my favorite, a booty bump. Step on the outside foot, pick up the inside hip, and say hello to the pole. Number 5 is a back step. Step outside, back step, step through, and keep on walking. Number 6, a booty swish. Step, swish. You can even back step through, or step, swish, and step on through and keep going. Number 7 is another of my favorites, the do-si-do. So for the do-si-do, you're going to step outside, through, and around. One more time, outside, through, and around. Number 8 is the booty bump's cousin, the hip hop. So you step on the inside and pop the outside. Number 9 is a nice little cross kick. So I'm going to step outside and just kick my inside foot across. Kick the inside foot across. Nice and easy. And last but not least, we're going to give them a little clack. I call it the clack by because I'm going to step and just clack as I walk on by. So step on the outside, drag the inside, toe box to just kick on the way by. By taking any of these things and weaving them into your pole walk, you can walk your way to low flow. You can even use some of these things, like the booty swish or the back step, to change directions, and then baby, you got a stew going. I'll even prove it to you. I promise that what you're about to see is not choreographed. So as I go through it, see if you can notice how many of the movements I use. Some of them I'll use more than once, but I will flow the whole time. There will only be walking, no pirouettes, no tricks, nothing. So here we go. Cue up the royalty-free music, and I'll show you.